Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another daily vlog on my commute to work. It is Monday and today's vlog is about positivity or optimism, realism versus pessimism. And this is a Monday. If you're wondering why it's a Monday, I actually recorded yesterday 2 vlogs in a row. So maybe you will see this on a Wednesday. Actually, it's a good practice to kind of pre-produce sometimes these vlogs, especially if you already can anticipate that you will have a couple of busy days ahead of you. So I recorded yesterday 2 vlogs. So yesterday, my wife and I had somewhat of an argument, not a big argument, but somewhat misunderstanding where I was having a little bit trouble to kind of communicate what I actually am meaning, and that sparked the idea of this vlog because in that argument I kind of had difficulties, and after that discussion I was able to communicate what I actually meant. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to kind of also put this into a vlog. So as you know, if you watched my previous vlogs, I am currently in a legal battle with a client who, I don't know, is not willing to pay me or cannot pay me. From the outside perspectives, it seems like they can pay me, but they don't want to pay me. Not because my work is bad, but for a reason that I've heard from other freelancers is their regular practice to postpone payment as long as possible, no matter the consequences. Excuse me. I'm at the moment very stressed out about that, but I somehow gotten to a point with all of the information that I gotten from other freelancers. I've gotten to a point where I am saying, okay, I'm not going to get my money. What can I do about this now? Or what is my plan B? So I told my wife, I don't think we as a family, we don't get that money anymore because I feel like that company is either evil or they are going broke and they closing down the company. That is speculation, but that's the gut feeling that I have. And I told her, I don't think that we will get our money. And she was like, I see it a little bit more positive. I want to stay optimistic. I think we get the money and you shouldn't be, or she didn't say you shouldn't be, but I want to look at it optimistic. And for some reason, I got it in my head during that conversation that she meant or is saying in between the line, or you are pessimistic and we should be optimistic about that. And I was struggling with that because I don't want to be pessimistic, and I'm not a pessimistic person because I feel like if I would be pessimistic in this situation, I would kind of take down the boat, so to say. I'm pulling down the energy and I'm giving up in a way because I'm not getting my money, or I think I don't get my money, and then I get into negative headspace and then pull down all of the energy, and therefore this is what I'm just saying, I'm pulling down the sinking boat, so to say. And I was opposed to that thought process, and that is where I got a little bit triggered, because I didn't want that feeling to be in our house in a way. So I misunderstood her, and I was struggling to kind of tell her what I'm actually thinking or where my headspace is at. So after a long discussion, I was able to kind of communicate where I'm at. And that is what I'm trying to say now in this vlog, I'm not pessimistic when I am saying I'm not getting my money, because all of the evidence or the rumors that I am being presented by other freelancers about the practice that this company is doing at the moment and has been doing in the past, there is a high likeliness of me not being paid. And therefore, and this is not a small invoice, this company owes me money that could provide my rent for at least a few months, at least 1 or 2 months. And I can't see in my, why can't I see in my rearview mirror? Someone kicked against my mirror. I can't see on that one. That sucks. Gotta check that. Always double check your mirrors and your shoulder checks. Anyways, so with all of the rumors and evidence that I'm being presented, I'm now being realistic in a way that there is the high likeliness that I don't get my money, and my savings are being heavily attacked. So that is the realism kicking in. However, I'm not going into pessimism, but into optimism, because I am utilizing this realism the moment of, okay, shit hit the fan, I'm not getting paid, and I'm losing losing funds. I'm losing funds to pay a couple of months rent. Now, I could either be pessimistic and then stuck my head into the ground, or being mopey and depressed for the next few weeks. I've been sad and I've been stressed out the last few weeks already. But I've always kept somewhat of a cool in a way that I'm thinking about plans to resolve this issue. So, hence the reason why I'm working so hard on this YouTube thing at the moment. So on one hand, I'm trying to kind of raise up all of the videos on my main channel. I'm trying to increase the quantity. I'm trying to increase the quality as well, but also improve my workflow in terms of being more efficient. I'm thinking about working with other freelancers to create more job opportunities. If the film industry is somewhat going down in Germany because AI is so high, what are my... Sorry, I need to be careful about, or mindful about the traffic. Traffic jam. So, if the film industry is going down, what could I do? So I'm thinking with a couple of freelance colleagues and friends. So one is a DOP, one is a videographer. Okay, how can we approach clients directly to kind of offer our skill set? I'm thinking about also utilizing my skills in terms of videography to offer that to clients, to other colleagues. Maybe not being the first DOP, but maybe helping out as an assistant or secondary shooter for small jobs, not for big commercial jobs. But I have some friends who are doing wedding photography. Maybe I can be a videography on a wedding, because I have the equipment. I know how to shoot film, or at least how to shoot YouTube videos. I know how to edit. I've been doing wedding photography many years ago, so maybe I can get back to that. So I'm building up on opportunities and trying to resolve my business issues. But also, I'm not putting my head into the ground So I start this second channel to hone my skills in terms of communication, being able to, talk to clients even better, talk in front of the camera. And as I've mentioned in the vlog 2 days ago, this job that I'm going to now, they specifically wanted me on the job because they know I have, oh man, these people, that car just kind of just merged into my lane. Not sure what the English word is when someone just merges into you and cutting you off. He cut me off. So always be mindful of traffic. Don't forget, I switch off the display of my DJI Pocket 3. So I consider this, we are talking on the phone right now, on the speakerphone or on a headset. So yeah, these clients, they specifically wanted me on the job because I have good communication skills, and I somewhat attribute this skill set, this proficiency of talking, to having a YouTube channel, to putting in the reps, talking in front of the camera. Also, I have a podcast which is currently on hiatus. I'm good at talking to other people and kind of, filling the room with good energy, so to say. And that is all, in my humble opinion, due to me doing YouTube, due to me practicing talking in front of the camera now every single day, which is why I'm such a huge advocate that people start a YouTube channel, not to earn money, but rather to improve specific skills, to learn new skills, be it filming, be it editing. And as I said, practicing talking in front of the camera is not only beneficial for you, for a YouTube game, but also for the work that you have, or people skills in general. If you know how to talk in front of the camera, if you kind of get into the mindset of talking to your subscribers, no matter how many people it might be, even if you only have 10 views, imagine those 10 people being in a room, looking at you, and you talking to them, and you suddenly become so comfortable talking to these 10 people. I wouldn't have been able to do that before YouTube. Now I feel comfortable to talking to a couple of people in a room. I don't mind people looking at me and I'm talking to them because I've been putting in the reps to do these vlogs or these YouTube videos, which again is the reason why I recommend to so many people start a YouTube channel. Don't focus on making the best YouTube video. Don't focus on getting subscribers or the views. Focus on improving your skill set, improving this whole YouTube filming process, and more importantly, enjoying the journey of learning something new. That is so good. Now going back to this main topic. So I was able to explain to my wife, I'm not pessimistic. I'm not trying to put negative energy into our home. I'm being realistic and utilizing that realistic perspective of we are not getting our money to fuel my energy, my spirit to solve the issues that we have or that we are facing. I'm utilizing that energy to create new work opportunities, to earn money, to be able to pay rent. I'm not utilizing the realism to fuel pessimism. I don't want to put my head into the ground. I don't want to be stressed out. I don't want to be depressed about that because I cannot change that. I have to wait for the judge inviting us to court and then presenting. I mean, I am in a position that I don't get paid. I'm the victim here in my mind. I worked for a month for this client. I worked my ass off for this client, and now that client doesn't want to pay me. So I feel like I'm the victim. Still, I have to go to court, I have to present the case, and I have to explain why I'm being owed that money. not because I have to, how do you say it? I don't know the English word, but yeah, I have to kind of prove that I'm the victim. Although they probably know that I'm the victim, still, because of the justice system, I need to prove it, and then the judge decides, yeah, my client has to pay me. But that doesn't mean that he or she is actually going to pay me, because there is still the high likeliness that my client doesn't have the money. So even if the judge rules into my favor, there is still a high likeliness that I'm not getting paid because the company doesn't have the money, right? So I'm being real with the outcome of this process, of this court order. And I'm not going to give up. I know that there's a high likeliness that I'm going to lose, but I'm not going to give up. I'm using that realistic perspective to fuel my spirit to find a plan B, to find a different solution. And that was so important for me to tell my wife. I'm not here being pessimistic. I'm being real with the situation, but I'm not pessimistic. I'm not going to pull us down with being stressed, with negative energy. Everything is shitty at the moment, and that is what I told my wife. It is shitty. I'm not going to sugarcoat this, but I'm with you. I'm trying to be optimistic, but I'm not being pessimistic. I'm using this to fuel my spirit. I will find more solutions. I will find more streams of income. I'm putting in the work. I made so many YouTube videos now. I need to take this lane. So I'm making so many YouTube videos now. What do you want from me? I'm making YouTube videos, trying to build up my main channel. I'm doing these daily vlogs. Yes, this second channel is for me, but I cannot switch off the hope that this at some point will also kind of generate some ad revenue. But I'm also consider this a way to kind of build something more. For example, being able to build some form of mentorship, but also build up my communication skills in terms of hopefully being a coach many years in the future. That is also something that I'm building up to. And yeah, now I'm kind of starting to ramble again. To kind of summarize, use realism, be realistic with what you are being faced with, no matter how shitty it might be, but use that not to be pessimistic, but rather to fuel your spirits to create a plan B, to create a positive outcome, to find solutions to some of the problems that you are facing. Some problems you will not be able to solve, but you are able to find a plan B, either to solve some of the issues that specific problem is creating. For example, in my case, this problem is creating holes in my savings. So I'm trying to find multiple different new streams of revenue. Or you can find a plan B to get you in a positive mindset. And I want to really emphasize what I was saying in the prioritize on mental health. You are allowed to feel down. It is really important that you allow yourself to feel stressed out. You allow yourself to feel down and depressed. We should not bury those negative thoughts inside. I'm a huge advocate of going through therapy to talk about what I'm going through, or utilizing these vlogs to kind of speak my mind and whatever is going through my head. We need to kind of verbalize what's in our head. But I also understand that talking to relatives or to friends sometimes comes with judgment, sometimes comes with very terrible, unsolicited advice. So I understand that sometimes we don't want to talk to specific people in our lives because we feel like that would even increase the negativity that we have or doesn't help us. So, which is why I really like therapy and having a neutral person with the skill set to actually help us. But again, I feel like we should tell ourselves that it is okay to cry, to feel down, to feel stressed, to feel depressed. We should not kind of take away our ability to feel down. And we should allow ourselves to be down. But we also should try to, for our own sake, but also for the sake of the people around us, to try to find a solution to our problems once we allowed ourselves to be down. And that's what I'm trying to do at the moment. I'm trying to fuel my spirits to find a good solution to all of the problems that I am having. And yeah, with that out of the way, I'm going to work now. And I'm really happy that I'm going to work now because it is, as I said, Sommerloch. Everyone is on vacation, holidays, and usually there aren't that many jobs. So I'm really happy to be able to work now, be thankful, be grateful for what you have. And I'm pretty sure I will find more solutions to my issues, to my problems. And yeah, if you want to see that video where I said prioritize mental health, check out the video up here. YouTube thinks that you like the video down here. And maybe you can help me to get to 1,000 subscribers on this channel by clicking the button up here. Or obviously, if you like my videos, also subscribe. I post daily on this channel. And yeah, I hope you all stay safe and healthy, and I see you in the next videos. Thank you very much.